Hi, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Moxie Podcast. I'm Sonia, and me and Sarah have a CP podcast together. We want to have a very open discussion about cerebral palsy, talking about the challenges, the achievements, the good, the funny. And we really want to start building a better mindset, so let's do that together. And I just want to apologize if you can hear any like wind or background noise because we are in the midst of a tornado, or at least I am. But
Yeah, so in Texas. I'm in Illinois, so I'm safe. I'm Mark safe
just
from
really
the
cold and
storm.
snowy, I'm sure.
It's rainy. It's terribly rainy.
Oh, I hate that. That's normally how it is here.
Yeah,
Ugh.
it's crazy. But sorry, guys. Look, we
Not
are
as yapping.
sorry. On today's episode, we will be talking to a fellow podcaster, Allison, the host of Nostalgia Pride podcast. We're so happy to hear her story and her thoughts on growing up and living with cerebral palsy. Thank you, Allison, for taking your time to talk to us. First, I kind of like you to introduce yourself, and if you'd like, describe the type of CP you have.
Of course.
Thanks.
Hi, everybody. My name is Allison Clark, and I have left side hemiplegia, which is a type of cerebral palsy. And, and of course, hemiplegia is a type of cerebral palsy that can affect either the left or right side of the body.
Yes. So for
What are like
me,
specific like challenge? Oh, sorry, you can go ahead.
it's okay. I was just gonna say yes. I always find that interesting to hear because mine affects every limb I have in
Oh,
my
you have
neck and my head.
quadriplegia.
Yeah, so I didn't even know like it can be half your body. So it's so interesting
Yeah,
for me
I
that
feel like because we just
yeah.
grow up, we don't really grow up with that many kids with CP. So even though we have CP, it's almost like internalized, not necessarily ableism, but it's like you're not aware of like the vast scale until you really start looking to it, or you have a community and you're talking to other people with CP. Because I didn't know, for example, there was like a type of, I knew there was like where all four limbs are affected, but I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know it could be. I'm not trying to say that yours is mild, but like I thought it's like way more like severe. Like I didn't like where you didn't have much usage of like your hands, like as much usage as you
Right,
do with your hands.
it's kind of hard to hear the word quadriplegic anything
Yeah.
too, so it's like you
Right.
kind of associate it with, paraplegic, like someone who has no use of their limbs. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
Right.
because
So
they.
that's
agree.
just really interesting to me when yeah, I realized that you had it.
Same here with you guys. I mean, I think we're on the same,
We're on the
like,
same
wow.
page.
Yep.
But
Yes.
Allison, I wanted to ask you because I have
Yeah.
hemiplegia too. How much usage, if you're comfortable, do you have of your affected hand?
Well, with my left side, you know, it can really be a strain, yeah, because because it depends on what it is that I'm carrying. So
Hmm.
that's why, since I always use the right side of my body, because my right hand does the things that my left arm can't do.
I know, isn't it's like something with your brain. Your brain sometimes doesn't even think of using your affected side. So I have to like try training myself. Like obviously I have such limited dexterity, but to try using my right hand as much as possible. Like for me, like I can hold some bigger objects that aren't heavy with my right hand, but I lack like crazy fine motor skills, and even my gross motor skills aren't good. And I like drop things like very easily. Like I can't hold an object for like long. Is that like similar to you or?
Well, Um, yeah, in some cases, yeah. And and also, since I can't walk very well,
Same.
because if I stand for too long, my legs will give out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so
Yeah,
your balance is kind of the tricky there too.
yeah. Yeah, and also, since I was also a victim of bullying in school.
Wow. Would you want to talk more about that if you're comfortable? Only if you're comfortable, obviously.
Sure, I don't mind talking about it. Yeah, because since I was a victim of lots of things.
Right.
Yeah, so I was a victim of bullying, cyberbullying,
Oh my
and and
God.
and 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 also when I was in my early 20s, that I was also a victim of death threats, and and also getting replaced in YouTube collaborations.
The discrimination and death threats is just like another level. You shouldn't wish that upon anybody. I am
Exactly.
so sorry to hear. So did this start in your childhood and it's just something that gradually got worse, or?
Well, since I was a bully victim of 9 years,
Oh my
and
God.
yeah, yeah, because kids used to always mock me from behind my back. I mean,
Yeah, I've been
the
there.
yeah, because they would always wonder why I couldn't keep my left hand down,
Oh,
and
same, mine hangs. Yeah.
yeah,
And
see,
even when it's down, it tilts in. Like I can't keep it like nicely at my side, like how I can with my left side.
exactly. Yeah, and yeah, so kids made fun of me for a long time, and yeah, but yeah, but since I didn't get bullied that much in high school, no. In high
Okay.
school life, it was good.
Oh, okay,
Good.
really? Were you able to make friends? Because, like, for me, making friends with CP has been kind of challenging, but I've been able to manage.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started high school, I mean, I didn't have any friends until like 2 months after.
Oh my
And
God, same. I made like my first friend at like the age of 14.
yeah, yeah, because yeah, because you guys know this as well as I do, that it's really hard to fit in with others that may not have the same disability as us.
Right.
Correct.
And then particularly with able-bodied people, I feel like they kind of just label you as that, or they don't want to be associated with that because it makes them seem like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
What are, oh, go ahead.
yeah, and yes, since I was also a victim of cyberbullying in my early 20s. And I
And
Wow.
was a
what?
victim of death threats twice.
And did you contact the police, or how did
Um,
you handle that?
I was
well,
just about to ask that.
my grandmother, well, she was alive back then. She passed in 2018. So,
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah, so this happened back in, I believe, the ending of 2016. And yeah, yeah, so what happened was, since I was talking with a bunch of Selena fans in an Instagram in a group on Instagram, and
Mhm.
then all of a sudden i'm uh, I'm getting these weird messages from someone I didn't even know, and a- and so I think her name was Marissa, Marissa,
Yeah.
yeah, and she said she said she kept doing some really scary things to me, because I think yeah, because from what I remember, I think she was a man lady, and yeah, and one of the things that she did to me was she photodocked my face on the body of a pregnant woman.
Like, what do people gain from doing this? I'm so sorry you had to deal with this. Like, how did you cope with this? How did you, like, stop this from, like, getting further?
Man, it was crazy. And also I remember getting a message from her saying that she wanted to hunt me down, and saying that she's right behind me. And
Oh,
yeah,
can you imagine living with that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And also I think she was the one that tried to hack my Facebook in 2017.
Wow. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Did it end up getting hacked?
Yeah, it did get hacked.
Oh,
Yeah,
I think
yeah, but don't worry, my Facebook is safe and sound.
I'm glad. How did you stop all of this?
Well, that's easy. All I had to do is just change my Instagram name and my password.
Wow.
yeah,
Oh my.
Yeah.
it's sad because likely that person has severe mental health issues
Mhm.
Clearly.
and
Yeah.
severe self-esteem issues.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
when you tend to get bullied, it's by people who have severe issues themselves. Maybe
Yes.
they're not on the outside like ours are, but they're on the inside.
Yeah. And
Literally, yes.
Yeah,
yeah, and yeah, and also, aside from being a victim of cyberbullying and also death threats, since I've suffered many losses in pretty much in my 20s, a lot of losses. Yeah, but the biggest loss of the biggest loss of all was my dad.
Oh my God, yeah, that is rough.
Yeah. Yes, so my dad had been battling cancer for a long time, and he passed in November of 2021, just 2 days before my grandmother's birthday.
Wow.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Allison. I know we
Yeah.
were
That is
talking
so
before.
rough.
It's hard to lose someone you care about,
Exactly.
especially if you're hurting
Exactly.
at the moment and different
Yeah.
things that are going on that can feel
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah.
Right. It's hard to find the light to continue. And it's like
Yeah.
you keep thinking about them and it's like they're the person you want to talk to, but it's like you can't. And no matter what you do, it doesn't bring them back. And that's just so
Yeah.
hard to get through.
Yeah, but since I have faith in the resurrection, I mean, because I have faith in the new world to come.
Mm-hmm.
Good,
Yeah,
good. And that gives
because
you hope, right? That
exactly.
gives you your peace and your
Yeah,
soothing and yeah, I understand
yeah,
totally.
just imagining how the new world is going to be with no more pain and no more suffering.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
On the topic of bowling, sorry, I'm gonna shift gears a little bit, just a little bit. Have you, either of you, ever got a chance to face your bullies, like one-on-one?
I personally have not. I was just when I was younger, even now, I just am not much of a confronter type of person. And
Yeah.
so I never one-on-one would tell her to stop. I would kind of like when she would do it, I would like kind of give like signals, obviously, that I didn't like her, or I would be like, please stop, but never like direct, I guess how you're saying one-on-one. But I
Yeah.
did take it to the school, and so it's like indirectly. And of course, I'm not gonna say of course, some schools do care and do help, but mine unfortunately didn't. And yeah, with the people who bullied me in elementary school, middle school, and then like this camp in high school. But yeah, so I never had the courage to, but I really applaud people who do take a stand, or if they have friends who help them take a stand.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, since I have friends that care about me,
Good.
yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, and also, yeah, I remember one of the things that you guys were telling me, that you know what it's like to get replaced in something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Do you want to talk about that in depth?
sure,
Give us
sure.
some background so we know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, whenever I come up with something, whenever I give a new idea, since I end up getting replaced, and then that person takes credit for my ideas, and yeah, and that's known as plagiarism. Plagiarism means taking credit for ideas that do not belong to you, because that's dishonest. And also, it 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 even says in the Bible, thou shalt not bear false witness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what are you talking about though in regard, like your YouTube videos, or can you kind of explain a little more about?
What ideas?
Mm,
Well, things related to the backyard.
okay.
Yeah, because yeah, because the videos that are part of this group that I used to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So those type of videos are known as play along videos, and those yeah, so play along videos are when uh, 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 are, uh, are when, like, you're interacting with your favorite show or your favorite movie, and so then I originally was going to be in the lineup, and yeah, but then since I got replaced.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not given a fair opportunity or it's snatched away from us.
Yeah, yeah, and you know that I don't want to let Janice Burgess down. Yeah, 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 because everybody who knows me knows that I know all those lines to every single episode. I know that show forwards and backwards, and so that's why yeah, so that's why it's important to talk with people who knows how it feels to get replaced, so that way this doesn't continue, because constantly replacing people is not a good career move, because you're calling out the people who would potentially replace you, and so they're not going to want to touch you with a 10-foot pole, because they know that if something goes wrong, you're going to talk about it and shoot straight.
Hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just the way of the world. I feel like in terms of like business or like, yeah, the career world, people are always trying to get ahead, and there's very opportunistic people who will step over people and unethically try getting ahead with no regard to people.
Yeah.
It's something that, regardless if you have CP or not, it does happen, and CP, I feel, makes you more prone to that occurring.
Yeah, and you know that since it's not part of my intentions to call people out, I'd never do that.
Yes. Allison, I had a question for you.
Yeah.
It's a little off topic, but I seen you had a lengthy online presence, and you started posting on YouTube many years ago. I wanted to ask you, like, what pushed you to start doing that? What was your inspiration for that? And yeah,
Uh,
basically.
oh, so you mean like what inspired me to start doing YouTube videos or start doing a podcast?
The YouTube video. We'll
Yeah,
go to the podcast next, but I seen
okay.
like you were posting like many years ago to YouTube, and I
Yeah.
thought that was pretty interesting, and maybe you can
Yep.
give us some insight as to
Sure.
what inspired you.
Yeah. Yes. So since I first started doing YouTube videos when I was 13 years old, yeah, because yeah, 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 yeah. So I started doing YouTube videos in the summer of 2010.
Nice. That's kind of
Yeah,
when everything was popping off, right?
yeah,
Right, YouTube was still fresh. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Since I miss those days,
I did
we
Mm-hmm.
all
too.
do. Yeah, yeah,
What made you
and
want to start YouTube?
Yeah, what kind of gave you the idea even to like, hey, I should do this?
well, well, well. Well, since I'm a Michael Jackson fan, since I saw a lot of people doing videos about Michael Jackson, Selena.
So you sound like a big fangirl, and I
I
love
am.
it. I
Yes,
Yeah.
I
love that.
totally get that vibe.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, because I'm one of those one of those girls that always loves to spread unconditional love,
As you
positive
should.
vibes. Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. Good
Oh,
for
thanks.
you.
Speaking of
Yeah,
that, you said you're a CP advocate on TikTok, right?
yeah, yes, that's right. I've been doing that ever since the summer of 2020.
Wow, that's awesome. Like, what do you do like to bring awareness and advocate for CP?
Well, remember that this month is Cerebral Palsy Awareness Month, and
Yeah.
you know that
Whoop
I've
whoop.
yeah, whoop whoop,
Our
Love
month.
that.
but yeah, but I want people to understand that they're not alone. Like, I know what it's like to get replaced. I know how heartbreaking it is, and yeah, because because remember, whenever someone passes away that I look up to, with every fiber of my being, I will do all I can to keep the legacy of what they did alive.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah, because it's something that I have full pride in, and yeah, being an advocate is something that is something that people are really proud of me of. Yeah, yeah, so I want to get the message out, and yeah, and to let people know that bullying is not a good thing. We're all
No.
human. And that our voices matter, and we're totally worth it.
And I say keep doing it. I think it's good. I think you probably impact more people than you could possibly know. So
I
keep
feel like it's
doing it.
also. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
No, which reminds me, I really wanted to talk about your podcast and
Mm-hmm.
why you started it. So first, kind of introduce us to what you do on your podcast, and then we'll
Oh,
go from there.
okay. So the name of my podcast is called Nostalgia Pride Podcast because nostalgia is something that I have full pride in. I've had full pride in nostalgia ever since I was 21. And 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 since I always write it in capital letters like nostalgia.
I know, I love the name. I think it's so witty. I love it.
Yeah, and you know that there's lots of different podcasts with the word nostalgia in the title. And so, yeah, this is something that I've been doing for almost 2 years now. And yeah, and since I've interviewed people from the backyard, I've interviewed people from my other favorite show, Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah, and of course Pokemon and yeah,
Yeah, I was watching your interviews. They are so good. They're so well thought out, and you have such great guests.
Yeah.
That's really an accomplishment. You should be proud of yourself.
I am very
Great.
proud of myself. Yeah. Yes, since I was inspired by lots of different podcasters to do my own podcast, and of course, shout out to my good friend Jake Deffenbaugh from Jake's Happy Nostalgia Show because he's one of the people who inspired me to do my own show, and he's yeah, and ever since April of 2023, he's always been proud of me and very supportive. Yeah,
Hmm.
he's the best, and yeah, because he and I call each other our favorite nostalgia buddies because his friendship means a great deal to me. We've been friends for
Oh,
almost 5 years now, almost 5 years.
God, that is wonderful.
Yeah, around 5 or 6 years, I think. And yes, he's just because he's one of a kind, and that, and yeah, and of course he was there for me when my dad passed away, and I know I can always count on him.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah,
He's
shout
the
out. What's his
best.
name?
His name is Jake Deffenbaugh
Jake.
yeah,
You
from
the
Jake's Happy
best
Nostalgia.
boy.
Jake.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you guys should check out his podcast. His podcast is really, really good.
I will. We definitely will.
Don't worry.
Um,
Yep.
I'm so glad.
Yes, I'll send you guys the link to his show and maybe some of his social medias.
absolutely. We will
Of
love
Yeah.
it.
course. Of course.
So you started your podcast basically because you talked to this Jake and he inspired you kind of to do your own, and then you
Yeah.
branch off from there.
Yeah, and yeah, because since I always keep things original, creative, and fun,
Right.
and yeah, and yeah, and since I've only been a podcaster, since I've only been a podcaster for almost 2 years, like I said, so yes, I'm excited to be in the podcasting business. It's even though it's hard work, but it's a lot of fun.
Isn't
But it's so
it fun?
rewarding and
I
fun.
love it. I never
Yeah.
thought I would love this as much as I do, and it's just so fun.
It's so fun. I love talking and
It's
I love
amazing.
creating an impact and getting to connect with people. I never saw myself doing a podcast, and it's something that now I can't imagine not doing.
I know, it's so life-giving for real. It's like something you can look forward to throughout the day or throughout your week or
I know. I
whatever.
really look forward to every single week. I'm like, yes, that is definitely.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be on my agenda.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching your interviews on YouTube. They're really fun, and the people you interview are so kind and engaging. I wonder, without giving out anyone's info, what's your process of finding guests to interview?
Well, it depends on what they're most active on the most. Like if they have a
Okay.
what? Yeah, I mean, mainly if it if they have like their own website or something like that, if they have like their own email or anything like that, and yeah, but since I'm always searching through, but only if it's real, because you have to look through it really
Right.
carefully.
There's so
Yeah.
many fake profiles and fake websites and
Yeah.
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 Very
So
careful. Never
you
click on
really
anyone.
do your research, then you
Mm-hmm.
make sure, and
It's
you
legit.
probably cross-reference and
Yeah.
like DVDs and
Background
what.
check.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe you guys should come on my podcast sometime. Would you guys like that?
I would
Yeah, I would be
love
really
to.
interested.
Sure,
I don't know a
absolutely.
lot about backyardigans, but
That's the thing.
I'll
I like watched it
talk.
briefly when I
I'll
was
talk
really
about
little, so I
whatever
don't
you
know how
want
much I can
to.
Don't
contribute.
worry, you can talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Okay, great.
Okay, great. Yeah, because I
We're
might be more
there,
qualified in
Allison.
other realms,
Hmm.
but
Yeah. And of course, like I always say at the end of my episodes, I always say, remember that memories of nostalgia will help you build your nostalgia pride.
Yes, I love
that's
that.
a
You got a
cute
catchphrase.
catchphrase.
Yep.
We need one.
Wait,
Yeah,
where's
yeah,
ours? Oh my God, we need to find a good closer.
Yeah, we
and
do, really.
yeah, and also since my podcast has merchandise.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
shout out. Get the
Damn,
merch.
okay.
Yeah.
Not to bring this down any, but do you ever get like rude comments on like your new podcast stuff, or do you tend to get like more, positive, sweet, kind type of things?
Well, since I do get requests, I've only gotten like one request so far, and yeah, but yeah, but unfortunately, no, since I don't get, since I really don't pay attention to the hate.
Oh
That's
my
good.
gosh, that is so good. I got that little tip a long time ago, and I tried to follow by it, but I'm not good at it. I want to see all the comments, but that
Yeah,
is
it's
a
like I want
great
to
tip.
have them and not have it censored, but yeah, that can
Yeah,
like
because I
hit.
want
Hmm.
to answer people,
Owie.
right? I want to
Yeah.
answer them, and if they love it, I want to say, "Oh my God, thank you," Or
Hmm.
if they
Right.
say, "Hey, you should talk about this," I want to be like, "That's a great idea. Let's
Yeah, I
do
would
it,"
love to. I
Yeah.
guess
So,
with love comes hate,
yes.
unfortunately. And it's like crazy how you can read all these good comments and then like one bad comment. Oh, not that it nullifies the other ones, but it's like, wow, that hits
Yeah,
hard.
it hits harder, right? It's
Hmm.
more prominent, takes up more space in your time or your head, but it should.
Right, we tend to focus on the negative things instead of
Yeah.
like, yeah, being appreciative of positive things and taking those more to heart.
Yeah, and I remember you guys telling me that you guys know what it's like to get replaced.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, not in terms of like content creation, like in your regard, but like
Mm-hmm.
in terms of friendship, I resonate with the term being replaced so hard because I feel like I'm always like the last resort, the backup option, the fallback, whatever you wanna call it. It's like the second a better like option comes up, I'm just left in the dust, and I feel like I'm always having to compete for someone's attention and almost like beg for love. And so I get that, like, it really does suck feeling like almost that you're not enough or that you're being devalued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, that's why it's important to not let this continue. Yeah, but remember, the three of us are the heroes of our own stories. We're the heroines of our own
Yes,
stories.
main
Yeah,
character energy,
yeah,
no
yeah,
side
yeah, yeah, yeah,
characters.
yeah, yeah, but so, yeah, so I know what it's like to get replaced because when I was watching, I think it was episode 4 of Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV. Yeah, oh, by the way, did you guys see that docu-series?
No, but I heard it's like really good. Do you like it?
It's really deep and it's really cold.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
wow,
sad. Yeah.
Yeah,
positive day.
but one of the things that I remember one of the cast members from the Amanda Show mentioning that was when she got kicked off the show. it literally broke her heart, and you know that it broke my heart when I got replaced. So yeah, so I know, so I know how she feels, and you know, we all know how it feels to get replaced.
Right,
Mm.
replaced, rejected.
Yeah.
Or
It sucks,
you,
but
Steven?
it's a
I
part of
feel,
life.
yeah.
What were you
Mm-hmm.
saying?
I don't know if I felt reject or replacement, sorry, but I've often felt used. Um,
Oh my God.
so
In what
the
sense? Because I can relate to that, but I want to hear like your side.
so how can I say this? I feel like with relationships I've had because I've always been the one, I guess, paying for stuff because I felt like in order for them to want me, I have to take care of everything. So, in ways, I have paid for things, I have given my time, given my energy, and
Right. Fully devoted
people
yourself.
abuse that to benefit them. And
Right.
I
They're
didn't
taking
see
way
it
more
at
than
the
they're
time,
giving.
but yeah.
I'm so sorry. You're such a beautiful person inside out, the sweetest, so giving. You don't
Uh,
deserve to be like used like
Thank
that.
you.
But I feel like in a lot of like relationships, friendships, it's like I'm always putting in more, and I feel like people love that. They get used to that. So the more I
Yeah.
give, the more they want.
Yeah, I overcompensate. I'm always overcompensating, and yeah,
Right.
I
Was
gotta
yours like
learn
out of a fear of not wanting to be alone or?
it totally. In the
Yeah.
beginning, when I was dating and stuff, I, like, first out of high school, I was getting dates and like out of nowhere,
Aw.
like, you know, in high school, no one wanted to sit by me, you know.
Oh my
And
God.
but then in college, I was like meeting new people,
Mm-hmm.
experiencing new things. So I was like, oh wow, this is new, this is exciting. I need to
Right.
do whatever I can to not make it stop,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because I want this, I want to feel this um, attention. Like, I know it's not right, but I want the attention, not love, it was probably lust, but you know, I
Yeah.
wanted all that.
Right, you just want to feel wanted, and even if it's
Yeah.
not the right, someone's not necessarily, and you know it's bad, they're not being genuine. It's like you think, not necessarily that you can change them, but it's like we finally feel wanted, and you get this
Hmm.
attention. It's like, I feel like as a human being, we crave attention, and when we're deprived of it, we want it more, and so we
Right.
seek the wrong places for it.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah, wow, that just I really like wow when you said that I'm like this is me and so like the
I
second someone gives me
swear.
attention I'm like I latch onto it. I'm like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God, what
We
else can
are
I do?"
the same person, Sonia. Me and you.
We are.
We're
I'm
the
like you're
same.
literally taking the words out of my mouth. I'm like our experiences are synonymous.
um, Back to you, Allison. Sorry.
That's
Sorry, we
okay.
got
God.
side.
Um,
That's okay.
I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite interview you've had so far on your
Um,
podcast?
oh man, that's a really good question. Well, of course, with Chris Grant Jr., so Chris Grant Jr. is the talking voice of Tyrone from the Backyards from season 4.
Cool.
Yeah, yeah, season 4 of the Backyardigans was from 2009 to 2010, but the last DVD was released in 2011.
Okay.
Wow, what did
Mm-hmm.
he have to say to you? If you
Oh,
kind of
he
want to give a synopsis of it or whatever.
Well, it just so happens that I'm in the works of trying to plan a backyard reunion, and
Oh,
yep,
I love
very
that.
cool.
Oh, I'm
yeah,
sure everyone
yeah,
will appreciate that.
yeah. I mean, it's something that I've had on my mind, pretty much even before my podcast even started. Yeah, so since I've met, since I've met like three of the voice actors, yeah, so I met Jemiah Nash, I met Corin Tuggles, I met Chris Grant Jr. and I'm yeah. So I don't know which one of the cast members I'm gonna interact with next, but you'll have to stay tuned to the next episode of Nostalgia Pride podcast to find out. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, and yeah. So one of the things that Chris Grant Jr. told me that it's awesome that fans like me can 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 recall the content so well, and that I've got the trivia down.
I'm sure that means a lot to him. That yeah, you clearly care that
Absolutely.
much.
Yeah, and he told me that I would have fit in great on the backyards because if I was
Aw,
cast
you
on,
wouldn't.
yeah, because if I was cast on that show, I definitely would have been amazing as the singing voice of Uniqua, and then I would have gotten to
Oh,
hang out with the
okay.
whole cast in Dubway Studios.
Very nice.
That's
Yeah,
so
but
cool.
yeah, because if Janice Burgess made them feel safe, I definitely would have felt safe right along with them.
Right, yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about the environment. If it's welcoming and warm, it's like you feel comfortable. How do
Yeah.
you get like a hold of like these cast members to interview them, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, it really depends on the social media that they're most active on the most.
Oh, and you just DM them? Or
Yeah, yeah, all I do is just send them DMs.
oh,
I
that's
know,
awesome.
me and Sonia
Mm-hmm.
need to take tips. I mean,
Yeah, we need to be
because
more proactive.
I mean,
Yeah.
you're lovely to talk with and you're lovely guys, and we keep thinking, oh, well, these people should come to us. When really,
We
maybe
should
we
be
should be
going.
like reaching out.
Right. Yeah, we can't expect it to just fall in our
I
lap and be like,
know.
well, people should come to our feet. Like, no, that's not the way the world works. It
A
would be
little
nice, but
illogical. Yeah, what are we thinking?
yeah, things aren't handed to you on a silver platter. We gotta
That's
scrape them
right.
off the knives.
Yeah.
No, wow, I love your like work ethic, your dedication, your passion.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And anything else you want to shout out or talk about or anything?
Yeah, yeah, so I'm just letting everybody know that you're not alone.
So
You
important.
you guys you guys are worth it, and
Yes,
your voice matters,
Yeah.
yes.
and and also there are better times ahead of us, all of us, and
Mhm.
and 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 also, if you follow me on TikTok, I hope that you take something away from those videos and and remember, even if you get replaced in something, I know how it feels, and so do these beautiful people right here.
Yeah, we've
And
all been there.
yeah, and yes, we're in this together. We we'll always be there for each other and always stick by each other no matter what. You
Yeah,
can
our
always
DMs are
tell.
always open.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can always tell me anything.
Oh, thank you,
Wow, you are
Elton.
so
Do you
sweet.
want to give out your handles for like YouTube and
Sure,
Instagram and all that and
sure, sure,
whatever you want? Okay.
sure. So yeah, on Instagram, I'm known as Little Allie 1127, and I have a Yu-Gi-Oh Instagram that's known as Yugi Fan 1127. And on TikTok, Clark.Allison17, but yeah, but in that one there's no I.
Okay.
So yeah, and then on Twitter I know it's X. So
So weird.
yeah, yeah. So yeah. So on that one I'm known as Allison Clark, and yeah, and on Facebook, pretty much my name, Allison Clark.
Wow,
Okay,
you got
and
all
then
the platforms
she
covered.
got them all. And we'll
Yeah,
put all the links below in the notes under the
sure. Yeah,
video too.
Yeah, I'll put that in the
yeah.
description.
Yes, I'll definitely DM you all the links to my social media. Yes, I'll send them to you in
Yeah, that
an
would be
email.
great if you could do that,
Yeah,
and we'll put it in the description.
no problem.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, guys, thank you for watching. We want to be a voice for the CP community, offering our experiences, insight, and advice. We want to help anyone feeling alone, as Allison said so beautifully. And we want to be your CP friend. Hopefully,
Yes.
along the way, we can change the narrative of CP one episode at a time. Lastly, we would love to hear from you guys, and we're actively looking for guest spots, just like
Yeah.
Allison has done today. Did you
Yes.
enjoy it?
Man, I had so much fun. Thank you guys so much
We
for
had so
having
much
me.
fun with
Yeah.
you. Thank you
Yes.
for being on our show.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You know, maybe next time I'll come back and co-host something with you guys if you like.
We would love that. Thank
Yeah.
you, Allison.
Sure, no
Well,
problem, man. I love y'all already. I love you already.
oh, yeah.
Aw, thank you.
Yes.
You too.
Yes, I
Alright,
love you
guys.
guys so much.
Thank you for watching. See you
Thank
next
you
week.
guys.
Bye,
Bye.
everybody. Bye.
Hey guys, I just wanted to give everyone a quick life update from me.
It's hilarious.
Because I got a brand new 3-month-old little puppy boy. And he is so much work. It's like having a newborn baby in your house. He cries at night. He has to be taken out every hour of the day. He's cute though. We'll say that. He's pretty cute. He's a collie mix, and we named him Ziggy.
And that's a cute name.
Thank you. I brought it up to Mike, and I was like, "Do you like a Ziggy?" And he's like, "I don't know. Yeah, I kind of do." And then it was between Ziggy and Roach, and I know that sounds disturbing, but I love this book called The Witcher, and in The Witcher, his pet is like a horse, and he always called his horse Roach. And it was just like sentiment to me, but he went with Ziggy. We went with Ziggy, and I'm like, oh, I don't like it. But then it just stuck, so he's a Ziggy now.
Right. Like he knows his name now. There's no you could call him like Roachy Ziggy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ziggy Roach.
That's beautiful. Roach.
Yeah, Ziggy and then Roach is his middle name. Ziggy Roach.
Okay, I'm working it. I'm working it.
Make sure retrain him to know that.
Yeah. And so I've been trying to train him, and it's only been literally a week and a half. And I had to take him to the vet already because he ate something outside he shouldn't have. I got so scared. He was like heaving, but nothing was coming out. I'm like
So
Googling anything that can be wrong with him, and I'm
And
getting
Googling makes you more scared because it brings up the worst possibilities.
right. I got this I thought his stomach was twisted. So I'm
Holy
like,
shit, you're like, that is not right.
yeah. So I'm like, okay. Wait, so I got the baby in a car seat. I got the dog in
Two
the car.
babies.
And we're going to the vet. We get to the vet. Both of them are knocked out. I'm like, oh my god.
Oh
So
my
I'm
god,
like
nap
running
time.
in and out, checking on them. And we get to the vet, and the guy's like, yeah, I think he just ate something he shouldn't have. I'm gonna give him this anti-nausea medication, and if he's not better by, in 2 days, bring him in. Of course, he's totally fine. $70
I just ate something bad,
later.
bro. He needs to become smarter though.
So
Don't eat shit when has all this good dog food.
yeah, those seedlings that fall that are like in clusters with like
Yeah.
little red tips on them? That's
Mhm.
what he ate. And
I
I
don't know
think
if he thought that was food or like what was the motive,
well,
Ziggy?
he's such a dum-dum. I don't care. Come at
Maybe
me.
he'll become smarter.
Yes. He's a puppy, I get it. He's a baby, I know. But
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm like searching through his puke, searching through his poop for
Ew, oh
I
my God,
know.
you are a soldier for doing that. I would be gagging. I'd be throwing up my.
Yeah, it was rough. So that's my life update. If you have any tips, let me know
Yeah, where
about
are our
yours.
dog trainers?
Yes, hook, hook up with me. Yeah, totally. I want to know the ins and outs of taking care of a puppy. I started listening to a puppy like training podcast, Baxter and Bella. That's really helpful, actually. I really like
What's it
it.
called?
Baxter and Bella.
Oh, Baxter and Bella. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Um, yeah, that's my life update. I wanted to tell you guys, cause why not?
Cute, but a lot
A
of
lot of
work.
chaos. People love chaos, so there you go.
Right, there you
There's my
go.
chaos.
Yeah, this is your sign to not get a puppy.
Unless you have a lot of time on your hands.
Right. If you want a
Get,
full-time job, go ahead.
get a puppy. I know a lot of people on Discord have like a lot of pets and they love their pets. It's so cute. I love looking at like people's cats and dogs and like
Yeah.
saying,
It's
"Oh,
so cute to look at. It's like, oh, cute, but I don't have to take care of
I
it.
know. I have to take care of it, so it's the best."
Yeah, it makes it even cuter. That's why I
Yeah.
love going to my friends' places, just getting to see their pets, and then it's like, okay, now it's yours to take
Now I
care of.
can go. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
do, do you have any updates for us on?
No, I have nothing that exciting going on.
Boo. We wish you all the chaos,
Right, like
especially
low
me.
key, I thrive in chaos. It's like something is so exciting about it. We're like, let's stir the pot, spice things
Yeah,
up.
I'm gonna pass them on to you. You can have some of mine
Yes, I
if it's
need it.
okay.
My God, put it in me. You're contagious.
Okay. Alright, now we want to do, because we were talking about doing this every week and we forgot, but we want to talk about something good or positive or something that happened to us this week. Do you want to go first or do you want me to?
It's up to you. But
Okay, you go. You go. I
okay,
want
so
to
a
hear it.
couple things. I realized how great it is to be physically healthy ever since I got a kidney stone and the whole like I don't know how to say
That's
it.
your
Just
life
like
update. You should
oh,
tell
that is a
them.
life update. Oh
Yes.
my God. I can go over it. I won't, let me not ramble for 20 minutes because I could totally do that. But on actually Christmas Day or like Christmas like Eve that night, I had like this really weird pain in my right side. I don't really know how to describe it. Almost like some, not like twisting my gut, but like I don't know, like it's just so
It's
weird. And
so hard to describe pain.
it
It's,
is. You just have
yeah.
to, it's something that can only be felt. It
Yeah.
can't be, it can kind of be seen but not understood.
Yeah.
And
It's
then it was
hard,
like
you know?
weird. It would go, it wasn't just like the right side of my stomach. It like people who have a kidney stone probably like are like understand it. But like
Yeah.
it would go like onto my side slash like the kind of like back part. And I was like, okay, I'm like, okay, whatever, this is fine. Maybe it'll go away. Because I sometimes get like a weird thing in my left, but not as like that big and it just goes away. And I was like, okay. And then like a couple hours pass and I'm like, then I'm scared because I realized I've heard that the appendix is on the right side.
Mhm.
I'm like, shit, shit, shit. My appendix is gonna bust. It's
Oh,
gonna get
yeah.
worse. I'm gonna throw up, and I hate throwing up. And then I'm like, wait, I think like it would be getting worse. Not, but this was just kind of constant pain,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know what to do. I can't sleep at this point. It's like I normally sleep in, but it's like almost 8, and I can't. It won't go away. And so I go down and I tell like my parents they come out a little bit later and I tell them like, "Hey, I don't know what this is." I'm like kind of still freaking out, still scared that it might be my appendix
Mm-hmm.
because I just was so irrational.
Well,
And
I know when you have those pains, you're like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? But you
right.
were home, right?
Yeah,
That's
I
the
was,
good
yeah,
part.
at home.
Part,
Plus
yeah.
I'm glad that this happened at home. Everything would make it a little
Totally,
bit
yeah.
easier.
Thank God you weren't alone. Yeah.
Yeah, because I would feel bad if like my friend had to deal with all of this. And so then they're like, okay, we can go to the yard. And then I felt bad because I'm like, that's gonna take up the whole day. It's gonna be hundreds and hundreds of dollars because of the way American healthcare is. And I felt bad, but then they like persisted. I'm like, okay. And we go there, and when we go there, I get scared because it stops. I'm like, I was just being a dramatic bitch.
At that point, you gotta fake
So
it. You gotta.
And the doctor comes in and he's like, where's the pain? I'm gonna touch you and tell me if it hurts. It didn't hurt anywhere, but I was like kind of just being like, oh, it hurts here. And I would be kind of looking so I could kind of try remembering where it did hurt. And he's like, don't look. Because I guess he wanted, I don't know, wanted to make sure that it was like real or like try finding the spot. And I'm like, oh my God, now I'm gonna seem like I'm lying and doing this for attention. And I'm like, okay. Then he goes, and then they like take like my blood sample or whatever. That comes back positive, and I'm like, wow. Okay, what if this pain happens again? I'm screwed. It's just something that's wrong, or I'm just so like what? And so I was like, then I was like, felt bad because I'm like, wow, I made us come here for nothing early in the morning, wasted hundreds and hundreds of dollars being here. And then they're like, okay, that came out good. We're gonna do a CT scan, which apparently is $20,000 before insurance. Like that.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a 10-minute thing. And so I go there, they do that. It's like not that deep. It's whatever. And we're
Mhm.
waiting. He comes back, and he starts off with being like, "Okay, your liver is good. Your appendix is good." And I'm like, "Wow, okay, there's nothing wrong." But then he says, "But," and I'm like, "Okay, so there is something wrong."
Mhm.
And I was like glad, but at the same time not. And that's
Yeah.
when he said that I do have a kidney stone. He showed the X-ray, which made no sense, but I guess things were showing it. And he said that it's 6 millimeters, and that of course, like it's easier to pass when it's under 5. But he's like, okay, you can try passing it naturally. Come back if it doesn't work. Okay, it like the week. I don't know if this is just sorry. I'm like yapping.
No, no, no. I'm sure.
Like, and then, like, okay, so then I go back, and at this time I have like a full-time job, and I'm like, I want to make money, I want to be able to do this, I want to put this on my resume. I'm not about to stop a couple weeks early.
Mhm.
And I'm like, and then so like the pain, like, it like kind of just goes away. Sometimes I'll feel like a
Right.
random, like, sharp, like, I don't know, like, just like a sharp pain, but not like how that was in the night. And
Mhm.
so then I'm like, okay, somehow it's gone. I missed it in my pee because they say that if it's a bigger stone, you should be able to see it. And I'm like, okay, great. And so then a couple weeks go by. I come back to university, and on the first day, what do I feel? I'm like, something is like literally cursing me. It happened on Christmas Day and then my first day of classes. Like, be so for real. And
Mm.
but this time it wasn't as bad. I kind of just took some Advil. It mitigated the pain. I was able to go to class, not like 100%, but like the way I was like in the night, like totally
Mhm.
bedridden. Like I couldn't do anything. I didn't even want to like check my phone or anything. Like I was like literally like whimpering, wailing.
Mhm.
And so then I'm like, okay, it still must be there unless it's something else. And then more days go by. I'm like, okay, it's past this time for real. And then I was meeting this new friend, and of course, it happens on that day too. I'm like, bro, what did I do?
You're
Like,
cursed.
stop, this can't be
A
real.
gypsy cursed you. I'm sure of
Right.
it.
They're like, you're not gonna have fun on the days you're meant to. But again, it's not that bad. And then, um, more weeks go by. Nothing. It's gone. And then, oh my God. Then one night, oh my God, it's like literally blistering pain. Like trust me,
Oh
I've had
my
peak
God.
times. I know it seems like I am an exaggerator, but this time I'm like not exaggerating. I'm
Right.
like, oh my God, it's worse than how it was on that first night. And I literally threw up because of the pain. Luckily, I made it to my toilet.
Oh.
And it was so, I'm like, bro, I cannot do this. I need the surgery to remove this. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I guess because they say it only hurts when it's moving. So for weeks, it hadn't been moving. So I
I was
don't.
gonna say, like, what's the pain from? It's like moving around in your.
Yeah, because obviously it's a kidney stone, so no shit. It
Okay.
starts in your kidney, and then it
Okay.
moves down the
Oh,
colon. I'm not a
okay.
biology
No,
major.
I'm so dumb. So it moves throughout your system, and
Yeah, your
that's the
urinary
pain.
tract. So I think it
Okay.
goes through the urethra, and then if you're lucky, mine didn't make it that far. It goes to your bladder, and then people say once it's in your bladder, the worst is done. It might sit there for a little bit. So I thought,
Yeah.
okay, maybe that is what happened to me, but
Yeah.
I'll tell you that that's not. And
No.
then you just get out, and people say that you would think peeing it out would hurt, and I think it does more for men, but for women, it's like they say it's only like a 2 out of 10. So that's why also I thought that okay, I have high pain tolerance. I probably just didn't feel the pain.
Mhm.
But like that night, I'm like, this is like awful. Like I cannot be losing sleep because then it happened like a couple nights later, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. And so I scheduled a thing with a urologist, like a consultation to see my choices, because I had heard of a lithotripsy where they blast a stone, which
Mhm.
basically breaks it down and makes it easier to pass because it's smaller pieces.
Mhm.
And then, but then he presented me this other option, which I didn't know. It's like, I don't know how to say it, like a urotropsy or something, where they go in and they
Mhm.
remove it completely, but it's a bit more invasive and they have to put the stent in you to ensure like urine flow and whatever. And
Mhm.
so I decided to do that option because I was just scared that I wouldn't be able to pass the smaller parts because I don't know. I think all my like urethra and everything is smaller because I'm so small, but maybe that's
Mhm.
not. And at this point, I had developed a UTI because the stone was blocking it. And so that was awful
Uh,
because it blocks your
so.
urinary tract. And then the day of the surgery comes, and this whole time I was like, I like first felt like sharp like pains, and so
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, it's still there. Then I went like the few days before surgery, nothing. And I'm like, oh my God, did I pass this? And then he's gonna go like with his telescope and realize there is no stone and I'm gonna look like a goddamn idiot. I was so scared. And but turns out it was there and it was stuck in my urethra wall. So it was just
Oh,
blocking everything. So I guess it's good they took it out. And so I definitely I want to see it. So in my post-op, I'm gonna ask if he has a picture because I
I
asked him
want to
before
see
and he
it.
sent me
Send
a
it
picture.
to me, please.
I will because I'm like, what was this little bitch that was causing me all this pain? And so he had to like laser it before he could remove it because it was stuck. I'm like, okay, maybe that's good. I got it because I heard was reading and apparently they can grow if they like
Yeah,
are.
if it was stuck, how would it have gotten out? Like,
Yeah, so I
uh,
guess I had to do surgery. And I wonder if mine grew, but I don't know.
yeah.
I plan to ask him like a
Yeah,
lot of.
because it was 6 millimeters on Christmas Day, right?
Mm-hmm.
You should see if it got bigger. That'd be
Yeah, because
interesting.
he said like he sent it to like like they can evaluate it and then they can like see the cause and I don't know what the cause would be because I don't eat much sugar, salt, tomatoes, seeds. And I'm hoping that maybe it is something in my diet that I can change, which sucks because I low key like eating whatever I want. I've been lucky so far that I'm like, oh, I can eat whatever I want, no repercussions.
Yeah,
But I guess that's better than it being hereditary because then that means there's nothing I can do to prevent it.
right.
And unfortunately, like my uncle gets them like left and right. So I'm really hoping that it is just dietary and not
And
hereditary.
I was wondering, what's the dietary things they told you that might cause a kidney stone?
Too much sugar, lots of salt or like calcium, like stuff with like seeds, like eating a lot of tomatoes. It just seems like at this point,
That's
like
my
anything
whole
can.
diet, yeah.
It's like, bro,
Tomato,
you gotta
sugar, and
just cut
salt.
everything. I'm like, I watched me go there, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we couldn't determine the cause."
No, no.
I'm gonna be so mad. I don't
I
understand
mean,
it.
I don't think they could determine the cause, right? Unless it
No, they
happened
say that they
again.
can. They can
Oh, they
examine the
can?
stone. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. If
that's
like
interesting.
That's why some people, when they peed out, they'll go take it to their urologist just so that yeah, it's crazy. Just by examining the stone, I don't know if they run tests on or whatever, but yeah, you can totally find out the cause.
That is cool.
I'm
I
like
didn't
that.
know
Yeah,
that.
let's be able to prevent this. And now, because of the whole stent they put in, that has been very, 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 very unpleasant. I won't go too much into the information because that would be kind of gross, but like,
Yeah. So poor Sonia.
it's
She's
okay.
been dealing with that.
It's part of life. I'm hoping once the stank gets removed, it's done for once and for all, and I can go back to normal. I will never take that for granted again, I promise.
Yeah. And when do you get it out? The set.
Of course, like he's like, oh, it can be as short as 3 days or as long as 2 weeks. I was reading, some people had it for like 6, 7 weeks. I'm like, I'm glad that was not the
Oh.
people. And of course, what's mine? 2 weeks. But it falls over spring break, of course, and I don't live here. I live 4 hours away, so that's not practical. So I have to keep it in for an extra week. So I'm gonna have it in for like almost 3 weeks. And I'm just so paranoid and an overthinker. I'm so scared. Let me not manifest this, but I'm so scared that when I get there, he's gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry. We have to keep it in for longer.
No.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
lose my
pray for
goddamn
you.
mind if that
I'm
happens.
gonna pray the rest of these 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Right. Just
Take
go
that out.
smoothly. Get that done. Oh my god.
Jeez.
What's your good
That's
thing? What's
that's a big life update.
Yeah, I love health complications.
So my good thing is like a really, really funny thing.
We love
And I
him.
can't wait to tell you guys. Okay.
Yes.
So I had a meeting at the bank with my financial advisor.
Okay,
Okay.
smart.
So I had to bring Annie because they really don't have anyone else to, watch or anything. Which
Yeah,
is fun. She comes with me everywhere. It wasn't like a super official thing or anything.
right.
So we meet the guy, we say hi, we go into a room, and he's
Okay.
talking to me, and I see Annie kind of looking at me. She's like, and
Like her
I'm like,
sesame meter is going off?
yeah, yeah. I'm like, what? And she's like, why is that man? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what?
Wait, what
She's
does she
like,
mean?
why does that mean man? Up, up, up. I'm like, Annie, say it louder. I can't understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And she's like, why does that man have no hair?
Oh my god, she's never been exposed to a bald person. Oh my god, his
and
reaction, you must have just thought that
and
was so
he
funny.
was like, ah. And
It's
I
crazy how little kids don't know. Like, this is our first time experiencing things.
and for some reason it was just the context, the way she said it. I I burst into laughter.
Oh my god, like, why is it? Hey, you taught her well because she didn't want to speak up and be rude,
I,
so that's a good thing.
and the guy was like, "Your daughter's a boy." He was laughing. He was a good sport, but oh my god,
Right. Oh my, why
funny.
does that make that's so funny? Stop.
So now she knows men and women can be bald,
Yes,
but
not
still have
everybody has
beards.
hair. That's
Yeah.
so funny.
So
Why is
that, that's
that?
my good slash very funny thing
No,
of
that
the
is
week.
so funny. She's like, oh, she
What's
keeps
yours?
things interesting for
Oh
sure.
yeah, no
There you go. That's your
kidding.
daily dose of humor. You
Oh yeah,
Patty. Wait, that's so cute.
she
Oh
keeps
my
it
god.
real. 100.
Right. I love that. That's so funny.
What's your good thing? Tell us.
Oh, my good thing is that I have like a family friend. I've known her since she was born. She's way like mature beyond her years. And
Mhm.
we like loosely keep in touch while I'm at college, but not like really. Like our like in-person conversations are so good. And
Yeah, I
so
love that.
we were just like randomly like texting. I was asking her like about this competition she has. So she's like in 10,000 extracurriculars. And then she's like, "Oh, we won." And I'm like, "Congrats, that's awesome." And then she's like, "So much happened." And I'm like, "Bro, I need the tea." And she's like, "I'll tell you in person." So I'm like low-key excited. We're like gonna go like grab food or like drinks and catch up. So that's
Nice.
really fun.
So I'm totally that person. I love catching up, like face or even like this. Like
Right, a
I
video
can
call if
see
it's not
you,
possible.
I can read your like facial expressions. I can like tell
Yeah.
what you're thinking, even if you're not talking. I can
Mm-hmm.
read your face, right?
And you're
And
very socially perceptive. You're so good at reading people.
I don't think so. I'm just old. I'm just old. But I'm not a good texter, and I think I've lost some friends just based on that fact alone. Like
Bruh.
some people text so much, and I hate it.
Right.
I don't
And then
like
they're so
so.
bad in person. I would rather have a dry texter because they're only the best in person. That's so
Yeah.
sad that you've lost friendship. It's like if they met you, they'd be like, "Bro, this is why I'm friends with this girl."
Thank you. But
Because
no,
like I love our conversation, even though we can't meet in person, it almost feels like we are in person because of
it
video call.
does. I
No,
love
I
it too.
definitely love meeting a like texting is fine for something small if you can't see each other often.
Right.
I love like
Totally.
daily contact or like somewhat, and I get like it's not sometimes practical to call every day. So, but like I love like especially with sharing like big things or whatever, or just even like having like a silly conversation or like a
Yeah.
conversation about nothing and everything in person is so much. I hate going back and forth for like 30 minutes. I don't know how people do it. I'm like, just pick up the phone.
It's mind numbing. I hate
Yeah, when you're
it.
sending paragraphs, that's a sign to like meet up or at least
Yeah,
pick up the phone. I'm like, I'm
yeah,
not about to spend 5 minutes on one text.
totally. And that's kind of, I feel like maybe older generation thing,
Right.
maybe not. Cause I know a lot of people my age that just love the text and
I guess
never,
people get comfortable. You're behind a screen. You have time to
yeah,
think what you want to say. You can stop reading something if you don't like it. But in person, it's like you're bouncing back and forth. You can't stop someone. You can't stop them from talking. Unlike you can stop reading a text. But it's just so much more personal. But people feel like, oh my God, I sound like a boomer talking like this. Like, it's great how it keeps people connected. But then people lose like the socialness.
I like boomers. Nothing wrong with the boomers.
No, they're
I
not. Good
get
lord.
along with boomers. I get along
As
with
you
older
should.
people.
Bro, I connect with older people way more than kids
I
my
love
age.
them. They're the best.
No, they're
They
so sweet.
really
Some are a
are.
little like old mindseted traditional, but like overall they're pretty cool.
Sometimes a little traditional is what I need personally, so I
Right,
enjoy
kind
it.
of keeps you in line. I feel like
Yeah,
sometimes this whole woke culture can get out of hand.
yeah. I don't want to go into that, but yes,
I don't want to either, but like there
it's
needs to be I feel like a
uh,
middle ground between like being
yeah.
so old school and the
It's like
what this.
almost like a cult now. It's
Oh my
not a
God, you're
culture.
canceled.
Yeah, but okay, guys, this is where we're gonna end it, and we're gonna put this with our wonderful interview with Allison, and we hope you
Yes.
guys have a wonderful day, and we will see you
Yeah.
next week.
See you next
Bye.
week, guys. Bye. Thank you for listening to our yap session at the end, and we hope you enjoyed hearing from Allison.
Yes. Okay, bye.
Bye.